I can't believe that we've just got a trailer for a sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So at E3 Nintendo Direct 2019, it was incredible, wasn't it? It really was. We got 3 bits of Zelda news. I couldn't believe it. We of course got the Link's Awakening, we got the release date we're all expecting to get, which is 20th of September 2019, which is a few months away. So we've got a little bit of build up before we get there. We've got a nice bit of gameplay for that. And again, it looks incredible. I don't know where you all stand on the graphics in that and the gameplay style, but I love it. I think it looks so fun. I can't wait to get my hands on it and have a go of it. Like you're saying, it showed some extra content which we were kind of expecting we would get for being such a small game. And it seems kind of like a dungeon creator. It looked like the more you progress in the game, the more areas of dungeon you unlock, and you could add these together to make your own dungeons, and then from there you unlock other stuff. It wasn't too clear on exactly what it was, but that's kind of what I took away from it. So again, that looks like interesting. It will be something to have a look at and just make the game, pad the game out more and see what it brings. Then of course we jumped over to Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring the Legend of Zelda. Yes, that long name. And of course, I was expecting it to be released today actually. I was expecting to be streaming that right now. Instead, I am making a video on something else, which I cannot believe, which we'll get to in a minute. But we did get a release date for that, and that is in 2 days' time. It's getting released on Thursday. So hopefully I shall be releasing that. I shall be streaming that on day of release. So if you want to come and hang out and watch me play that and just talk Zelda, and by all means come and join me. And again, that game just looks great. A little bit more gameplay there. It just looks so fun. It's a rhythm game in the rhythm of the music Legend of Zelda. So what's not to love about that? It just sounds incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on it. And then at the end, which I just couldn't believe, I don't know, you always hope, well I always do, for some sort of Zelda news at any direct, and we've already had 2 games spoke about the release dates. I just was not expecting this. I did speak about this, hopefully getting like this in my previous video, 9 upcoming Zelda games, and I did speak that maybe this would happen, but I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't want to believe it, I suppose, but then it did, and I was blew away, honestly, I really was. Just when you're seeing it start and you're seeing Link and Zelda travelling through the cave or the dungeon, whatever it was, and Zelda was on the back of what I thought was an elephant at the beginning, but it wasn't. It was some kind of like more of a husky beast with big horns on. I mean, what does that mean? We're going to get different mounts you can ride in the next game, as well as horses and the Master Cycle Zero. Maybe you can get different animals you can ride, which would be incredible. But yeah, like the trailer showed a good bit of storyline. I thought it showed them. From what I took from it, it looked like they were searching for the source of the malice. Obviously, malice must still be seeping out all over Hyrule. And it looked like they were down underground searching for the source of the malice, and when they found the source of the malice, there was like a mummified body there with some sort of, it looked like a blue hand, which so reminded me of Twilight Princess, didn't it, of the hand of Midna that come down the Twilight. So maybe it's going to be some references to there, but it looked like this hand was sort of like taking energy out from this mummified corpse, and the malice was spreading everywhere. And then of course Link and Zelda walked up close, and it looked like Link went to grab this blue-green sort of source of energy, what it was, and he seemed to absorb it. And if you notice, his hands seemed to glow, and he seemed to absorb all the power. Now I do know that in creating a champion and showed some concept art of maybe there was a bit where Link's hand changed to different aspects, to arrows and projectiles and bombs. So maybe that could be this sort of gimmick, the way this game is going to go. We had the Shaker State last time, maybe this time it's going to be a hand that changes to different stuff. Yeah, but it looked like that when they absorbed all that, the hand sort of disappeared, and then the malice shot straight up towards the ceiling, towards like, it kind of reminded me of the chamber that was regenerating Ganon in Breath of the Wild. And it looked like the malice went up and shot forth, and I wonder if that spread out everywhere else. And then this mummified corpse seemed to reanimate and fall back, and his head turned and his eyes went a bright red. And that corpse, it's a striking resemblance to Ganondorf, isn't it? A striking resemblance. I mean, it had the Gerudo flag symbol all over his body. It had the headpiece like Ganondorf does. It had the long hair. It looked like the long red mane. It was a little bit like Demise, but I really do think we're getting Ganondorf, which will be incredible in this game. Of course, we all know we're a little bit underwhelmed by the Calamity Ganon. So if we get the Ganondorf back as a full resurrection, it would be incredible. And I think it'd be great if that happened. Then maybe we had to go and reawaken the sages, reawaken the 6 sages. Maybe go to the depths of Hyrule, find dungeons hidden away under the grove, under the ground, in forests. Head to these and just reawaken the sages, and we have to try and seal them again in another world, in the Golden Land, instead of just having the body in Hyrule. Because I'm guessing it looked like they were underground, so of course at the end of the trailer and all, it looked like Hyrule Castle seemed to vibrate as if it was like, it looked like it was rising out of the ground, a little bit like the Great Plateau it maybe rose, so we're going to get a bit of history about that. There's just so much to take in. It looked incredible. I mean, we'll have to watch it a load more times. There's stuff on the walls I have to try and look at and analyse. I'm sure I've seen a bit where there was a bit of a mural of Ganon with his trident as they were going into wherever they were going underground. There was a lovely shot of a bridge underground. I don't know. There was just so much to take in. Honestly, I've watched that trailer so many times in this short space of time. Like I said, I was expecting playing Cadence of Hyrule tonight, but no, instead I am making a video about the next Legend of Zelda and a sequel to Breath of the Wild, no doubt. I don't know, it's incredible. Do we think next year? It would be incredible if it was next year. I mean, like I said in the last video I did about the 9 upcoming Zelda games, the 20th Zelda in 2020, that day is just advertising right in itself. So I'm holding out hope. Obviously I don't going to hear nothing now for a long time. It'll be a good few months before we hear any more news on this, but it's certainly enough to keep us all going, to get us all excited. And the journey has begun for the next Zelda game, the next standalone big Zelda game. So of course we have our Link's Awakening, we have our Cadence of Hyrule. One's just an indie game made by a third-party developer, which it looks fantastic, can't wait to play it. And of course Link's Awakening, the remake, we've played this before, it's going to get a little twist on it and obviously other stuff, but it's always about the brand new Zelda games. And like you're saying, I just want to say what they do, because they always change everything up. The one thing about Nintendo is they have a main formula, but they do like mix it all the time. So like you're saying, I always trust what they do with the Zelda franchise. I mean, who would have thought that one on boats would have been such a success, but Wind Waker is absolutely fantastic, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, and you have the one where you turn to the wolf, then you have Breath of the Wild. With this being a direct sequel, there will be a lot of similarities, but I dare say they are going to change like the main mechanic of it. Like you're saying, if that is Link's hand where it becomes some sort of interchangeable weapon where it changes into bombs or arrows or stuff like that, just by going for the concept art, which was in Creating a Champion. We'll see what happens and we'll see what it's like. So yeah, that's me. I'm blown away. I'm still gobsmacked here. I'm going to finish this video now. I'm going to watch this trailer about another 50 times and just analyse it and analyse it and analyse it and obsess. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found it all helpful, and if you want to see more, please hit the like button, really does help. And remember, it is dangerous to go alone. So hopefully I'll see you all in the next video.